Hey, what's up, y'all? I was ready to go live on time, and then I had to use the bathroom. I was like, I'm not about to sit through an hour knowing I got to use the bathroom and try to make it through this live. So I had to jump up at the last minute. Had to use the bathroom. I'm human, so that's what happens there. You got to use the bathroom, right? So anyway, um, and the morning has been crazy. I would say if you're in the Patreon, you would know, but y'all don't know. Running around trying to research different stuff. I gave two little plays out earlier. They probably gonna be some slow burners at first, but I gotta finish researching that stuff after I get off too. I know a lot of people think it's easy, but no matter what type of token you're buying, there's always some research to do. You can't just ape into everything. So, I put a little small bet there. We're gonna see what happens with that. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. My brain is all over the place right now. So I don't even know if I have all these articles together, but we're gonna make it through this and talk about some pretty good stuff today. Now I don't want to expand that. I'm trying to get through this. Anyway, let me clear up something that I said yesterday. Uh, One of my friends that watches was talking to me about it, and I tell you all the time, even when y'all see me stutter and stop and all that, I got so many things running through my head that another sentence is coming in my head before I can finish the one I'm talking about. And I know even with the whole calendar thing I did yesterday, that was me thinking through it on stream, and it probably didn't come out as clear. But if I could say it a little bit clearer, um, I'm expecting, the Bitcoin to run up and then drop. What I was trying to say is the sooner the drop happens this month, then then we could go up from there. But I was saying if the drop doesn't happen to later, or if we just keep bumping against 72K, um, and we keep bumping up against 72K all the way into the third week of June. That's what I'm calling it. The, the, the Yeah, I would say it's the third week. I don't count that first week with the June 1st was on that Saturday. But if we keep bumping against it until the third week of June, which is June 16th through June 22nd, then it's probably just going to keep bumping until that last week of June, and then I feel like I said, end of June and July is when I feel like we're gonna get some major movement. But I still feel like the market's going to go up uh, kind of fast, like it's trying to do lately, and feed some euphoria into the market, and then drop on people one more last time to shake people out. This is what I believe. But like I said, if it just keeps bumping at 72 and just keeps playing this little game here, then maybe it's just going to do that or whatever, and it's just going to be sideways all the way through June. Which, be honest, when I say sideways, I'm not even talking about Bitcoin. I'm usually talking about the altcoins or whatever. So even if whether it keeps bumping against it, okay, let me slow down. If it keeps bumping against 72 all the way into the third week of June, that's just going to cause the altcoins to go kind of sideways, right? But granted, the altcoins usually don't really take off until people know Bitcoin is flying. So, but I think if it does go up like really fast, it's going to make people think it's coming, and then it's going to drop. And altcoins still going to be sideways. And then when Bitcoin does that big drop, it's going to scare a couple more people out, and the altcoins could bleed a little bit more. I see a lot of people saying, stuff that is not what I'm saying. And, none of us have a crystal ball, because a lot of people we about to go parabolic right now, or whatever. And I don't know. Like I said, I still don't think that. But hopefully this time I explained it clearer than I did yesterday, because I was staring at my calendar and talking in my head, or thinking out loud. So I covered that, and let me highlight this one so I don't forget it. All right, let's get into it. Anyway, so right now we have 71,000. We've been clapping against that 72 and whatever, but we kind of just see how we just been bouncing between the 70 and 72 here, kind of a little sideways there. No, nothing too big. It's not, because I think, like I said, if we cross that 72 area set to 72, 73, it's going to be a lot of short liquidations that's going to push it higher to probably 74, 75. We'll see what happens. All I'm doing is trying to find stuff to buy. That's all I care about right now. So Find the stuff to buy. Find the stuff that's gonna make some money. Money. Let me check on this joint right quick. Put out one of these. Is one of them I'm paying attention to the most that I put out this morning. Of course, the lower market cap one, as always. All right, it's coming back because it was like all right, trying to do a little drop for a minute. It's the beginning of the life, so it's gonna be a little volatile. I think that sucker gonna run though. Anyway, see, I'm thinking out loud again. What is this? I'll skip this. So let me. I was just read this. I talked about this before in the past. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. So um, I'm reading this because this is a statement they put out. It says Coinbase launches its smart wallets, dubbing it its crypto's iPhone moment. I see some bullish stuff about it, but I'm gonna see if they got some more developments. I definitely think it will onboard more people. But anyway, the launch of Coinbase's smart wallets, which don't require seed phrases or downloading of a browser extension or an application. I didn't know that part. Wait, I gotta see it. Okay, now I gotta really. Anyway, let me go back. ADHD. The launch of Coinbase Smart Wallet, which does not require seed phrases or downloading of a browser extension or application, aims to bring billions of users on chain. On Wednesday, crypto heavyweight Coinbase announced the rollout of its smart wallets, which is called Web3's iPhone moment, to onboard more than a billion users on chain, said Luke Youngblood, founder of base native lending application Moonwell, in an interview with Unchained. Rather than using its traditional wallet, typically in the form of an application or browser extension that is reliant on passwords, third party installations, or seed phrases to recover one's private key, users can use smart wallets which gain security from passkeys. Well, that okay. A traditional wallet depends on a private key to sign, while smart wallets use passkeys that often depend on a biometric identification to sign transactions, such as facial recognition or fingerprint. The rollout of the smart wallets is a move. Is a move expected to simplify the onboarding of experience of new users who are not crypto native. On-chain app developers today lose many of their many new users during the onboarding process when they leave the app to go install and fund a separate wallet, wrote Coinbase Senior Director of Product Management Sid Prabhu in the announcement. Smart wallets enable people in smart wallets enable people without crypto wallets to get one quickly and jump into y'all gotta explain this more. Jump into the user application as a part of the effort to bring more users on chain. Base is also supplying gas credits to help developers sponsor the transactions of the application users. Of the several ways to earn gas credits, one way a developer can get $15,000 worth of a sponsored gas, according to Moonwell's Youngblood, is putting a create wallet button on their application. Alternatively, to gain $1,000 worth of sponsored gas, a developer can release a demo of their Coinbase Smart Wallet integration, according to information platform Smart Dev Wallet. I'm still not seeing the. I know I should have read this before, but I was listening. If you're in the group, you know what I was doing this morning. I'm still not seeing the. I'm pretty sure it's going to be easy, but I wish they would explain it better. Because passkeys, I feel like having to have passkeys is an extra step versus just having the Coinbase wallet. Um, I'll put this article here for y'all to read because obviously I didn't read through it myself, but I'll put it in the chat for you guys to read. But I wish they would explain clearer how easy it's going to be and why it's going to be easy. I mean, I don't doubt. I'm pretty sure they. I just don't like the way the article is written. Sorry, y'all. I mean, listen, you know. I always say, people try to make their crypto channels like they NBC or Fox News. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just talking to y'all. Let me save this one to a little bit later. Anyway, I mean, I feel like it's whatever it's going to be is going to be easy. But the passkeys makes me feel like it's an extra step. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get to this next one. Van Eck says we raised our 2030 ETH price prediction or price targets to 22K, influenced by the Ether ETF news scaling progress and our read on-chain data. Additionally, we've analyzed how Ethereum and BTC performed in both traditional and crypto-only portfolios for optimal returns. 2030. Let me see. I feel like Yeah, probably about 2030. I know a lot. I saw a lot of people saying they think it could be higher. What I said for this cycle, I know that Ethereum ETS, that's what everybody's waiting for to come and everything. But for me, I don't know. I think my price target is somewhere around. I know it's only like a 2x, but somewhere around probably 8,500, maybe like 13,000 at the most. But I'm thinking like 8,500 to 9,500. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm only really bringing this up to reiterate the point I always try to make. When you see people talking about different price targets and stuff like that, I always do it. I always say if they say 100,000, then I'm thinking it's 60,000 or 40,000. Like I do, like between my target is usually between 40 and 60% of whatever they're saying. But they did say by 2030. A lot of people was pushing this story around this morning as if they said this cycle, but that's not what happened. We're gonna talk about a lot of that stuff about how stuff gets around social media and is not clear. But yeah, a lot of people were pushing it as if they were saying it was this cycle, but they said by 2030. Um, let's see. Wait a minute. What? Wait, this one is way too early. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I told you I didn't get everything in order. Uh, oh, this is funny. So I'm just talk to you about this one. So on Ethereum, there's this there's this guy Jared from Subway, and some people are under the impression that he's, I guess when they're newer, that he's like I mean, he is a person, but it's his bot. And he usually like when I talk to you about a lot of you guys, when you get in here, if you're new and you buying like whatever tokens off Ethereum or really any DEX, and you have slippage or whatever. And so because there's usually like bots like this that are front running people, like they see you about to make a buy and they'll either push the price up or down, whether you're buying or selling, so they can get it at a cheaper price or sell it at a higher price, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff, whatever. But dude has made $22 million since last year just from using his bot. That's crazy, man. I don't know what kind of bot he is. I don't really get into all the bot stuff, even like the sniper bots and stuff like that. But that's a lot of money to not be even doing anything. Like $22 million. Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting story, or whatever, that I was looking at. Oh, wait, this is too early too. I want to just really talk about stuff that I feel like is just really important. I want to talk about everything. I'm gonna talk about this. Let me push this one down. So, wait, my story disappeared. Twitter does it sometimes, and it gets on my nerves. Okay, whatever. This one I also didn't look into. I was busy this morning. I was researching. I was trying to make us some money. That's what I was trying to do. So, little I didn't get to all this stuff. But anyway, it says breaking. You can now buy Bitcoin directly in Google Pay now. That is crazy though, because we had it for a minute in Cash App and all that. But apparently now you can buy it with Google Pay. That's why I keep trying to tell you to reiterate. Some of you guys are y'all completely cool. Y'all chill like me, but we do have some people that watching the channel and in the Patreon. You guys are new. You're nervous whether the cycle is gonna if the cycle is gonna be over soon. It's gonna be so much more news to come out, even besides the Ethereum ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs, rate cuts and stuff like that. We kind of can tell that we're in a, even if it's not a 4 year cycle, we're in a new cycle. We're kind of early. We're not. I saw a comment early. Did I? No, not that Jared. I don't know why he chose that name, but I think he chose it way before that whole thing came up. But there's gonna be a whole lot more news, and I'm talking about news that I don't even know of. I'm not saying I got insider information, but you're still pretty early in the cycle. I don't want people getting scared out of the market. As I keep saying, we're now about to end the first week of June or second week, whatever you want to call it. And for those people who left because it was like two or three people saying the cycle was over, including I keep bringing up the astrologists or whatever. And so soon people realize that the cycle is not over. I'm hoping the market hasn't pumped too much by the time these people get back in the market, because my goal is to try to help as many people as I can make money. But what I'm saying is they're making it easy between some of the other stories I'm gonna bring, the bigger stories I'm gonna talk about later. Uh, PayPal got their stable coin. Now you're saying you can buy Bitcoin on Google Play. They're making it easier and easier for retail investors to come in. Let me say this on a tangent too, real quick. And I've talked about this before, but the reason they're making it easier, for one, is they are in it. Institutional investors are in the market now, so they want to make money. Two, they also realize that there's. I keep telling y'all, is oversaturation in the market, and there's no stimulus checks. So they want people to get in this market and pump their bags. They got to start making it easier for them. Their bags, our bags. It doesn't matter who. And I keep giving the story, and I'm gonna bring some more stuff later. When I talk about a lot of stuff, I know some of you guys are new and may seem like conspiracy and all this kind of stuff, but I've said time and time again on the channel before, all the stuff that they do in the financial world and the bigger players, it's all planned out. Every 100 years, if you go back and look around the 20s and 30s and all that kind of stuff, with the Rockefellers and steel companies and all that stuff, J.P. Morgan's, Wells Fargo, all that stuff. This is when people start creating their generational wealth. And so all they do is follow a script and they just repeat the script. These people are not smart at all. But when they repeat the script, sometimes they don't even make changes to the script because they're not smart people. I don't care how many billions of dollars these people have. A lot of it came through generational wealth, nepotism stuff. They're not smart people. They think they're smart, but they're not. And all they do is follow a system of manipulation. And so last cycle was that time for them to start creating that generational wealth. And y'all know all the stuff that happened. And they said, we're going to throw all these stimulus checks out here and they're going to pump the stock market. And then they was like, why isn't, it's doing its thing, but it's not doing what we think it should do. And they found out this thing that all the young people were investing in called crypto. And they was like, man, now we got to run this back. I don't know what they plan on doing in the next year or whatever. I feel like they can't run that kind of thing again. They tried to do it with, what was the second one they tried to run? I'm sorry if this is might be upsetting some of y'all, but it is what it is. The monkey thing, something they tried to run second. They tried to run that joint for 2 or 3 weeks, and people was like, "Nah, bro, we tired, bro. We not going with it this time." And so it's gonna be interesting to see how stuff pans out this cycle. Because I don't think we seeing any more stimulus checks and stuff. So they're gonna print some type of way, but we're gonna see what happens. Anyway, all this to say is they're trying to make it easier for retail to get in the market. Of course, it's not like they like finding out what gaming coin and AI coin it is. Because they're invested in Bitcoin, they're gonna invest in some altcoins too, but they want to pump their bags first. So they're gonna make it easy for people to get into Bitcoin and stuff like that. So that's what you got going on there. I'm not even gonna talk about. I'm gonna blow through this one real quick. I'm not even really about to talk about it because it's going to line up with the main stuff I want to talk about. So listen, I'm not even going to read the article, but what this saying is, it says new law grants U.S. president power to block digital asset access. Man, that's the one. Asset access, whatever. So anyway, I know I've been telling y'all, no matter what political party you with, uh, and I don't want to sound like I'm not empathetic. Actually, I'm a very empathetic person, but I don't want to sound like I'm not empathetic or whatever. But it's no matter what political party you stand with, it's all fun and games. It's all divide and conquer. Um, and so I know some of you guys are probably on both sides of the fence that I keep saying that doesn't even exist. And you're like, man, I don't like Biden because he does this, and then some y'all like, I don't like Trump because he did this. I'm just be honest. There's reasons not to like both of them. It just is what it is. There's a lot of reasons not to like both of them, but realize it's just divide and conquer. So I see a lot of people tripping out about all this stuff, and Biden saying he's going to veto it after saying he wasn't going to veto it and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna just show you how. And I've been saying this to y'all. It's got to be at least 10 of y'all on the stream right now that remembers me saying this. Not even a week ago. It was last week. I said, hey man, I said, I'm not talking for either side. I said, whether you want Trump to be in office or a Republican to be in office, or whether you would hate to see a Republican be in office, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is they run scripts. And so when Trump got the verdict, whatever, you had everybody all over Twitter, especially in the crypto world, and stuff saying, this is a travesty. This is against American values. This is un-American. This is that and the other. Then you got people on the other side that are like, yeah, he got what he deserved. Lock that mother effer up. We can't stand him, blah, blah, blah. And so y'all battling back and forth. And I said to you, listen, y'all, I said, this ain't nothing but a plot point in the script. There's nothing but a plot point in the script for them to say, hey, this is why a Republican won or whatever. That's why I keep saying, y'all know what I'm getting at. But this is why I won because blah 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 happened. I said this to you last week. Now I'm just giving you this example because it's one of the better examples to pull up. But I've seen it 4 times already. Some of you guys have shared it with me in the group or whatever. But let's listen to this. I just said this last week.
The Senate has failed now to advance a bill to protect access to contraception, and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced they will vote on IVF protections next week in the Senate. But on Capitol Hill today, it was a rapper who got a lot of attention. CBS News congressional correspondent Nicole Killian joins us. Nicole, you got a chance to catch up with 50 Cent. What did 50 have to say?
Well, 50 or 50, depending on how you refer to him. I mean, look, he was up here for a specific reason. He was accompanied by civil rights attorney Ben Crump, and he really wanted to advocate for a generational wealth when it comes to African Americans in particular. He has a number of companies, including one that involves spirits, and so he wants to see an increase in minority representation. You know, he felt that he didn't get a fair shake when he first started his business and wants to expand opportunities again for people of color. So that was the nature of his visit. But in that context, I did ask him about the election because the Biden administration has done a lot of work in this space. But at the same time, 50 Cent has made comments in the past, including back in 2020, where he suggested that people vote for then President Trump, although he later walked those comments back. So I asked him what he's thinking about the upcoming election. Take a listen. I mean, we're heading into another election, so have you made a decision about who you're going to support?
I'm not sure how to answer that question, to be honest with you.
Have you made a decision?
I haven't.
What do you see as the significance of African American men in this election for both of you?
I see them identifying with Trump.
Why do you say that?
Because they got RICO charges.
I just somebody tell me if I'm lying. What I should have do, I was trying not to be arrogant and braggadocious. I should have pulled up the clip of me saying it last week, but I said, like, it's all scripted. And me being a writer, and I know y'all, I am. I'm literally. Let me say this too. I didn't know this until like really the last year. Talking to my lady and some of my friends. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have like a lot of gifts. I do a lot of things. So when y'all hear me saying this, y'all probably like, he can't do all this. I literally do. I do like 18 to 20 different things. Like I said, I can't even list them all. But I have a heavy background in writing and stuff. And like it's, most people say stuff because they want that to be the story, or they want to create a narrative, or they want to create some kind of type of conspiracy. For me, it's not that. It's like I literally see like a plot point in a story being created. And so, I mean, like, I know, so y'all, that's why I don't want anybody in the group talking about what your political views are, because we're not going to divide the group. I want, us to focus on making money. Like I said, I know it's different reasons that y'all cannot like either one. But like I said, when I saw it, I saw people going off, we about to wreck it. You're not about to do this to Trump. This is un-American. I mean, it was just trap. And I'm sorry, but I was laughing on both sides. Even for the people, it's like, yeah, lock him up. He need to be locked up. I'm just laughing at both sides. Like, y'all really don't understand that they're just manipulating y'all. It's just a plot point in the script. It's just in the storyline. So I said this last week, and to be honest, I thought it was going to take about 2 to 3 months to start seeing this type of stuff. But I've already seen it 4 times. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be braggadocious or whatever, because I could have pulled up all 4 clips. I could have pulled up the clip of me saying it last week, and I could have named the live, did not tell you, or something like that. But I'm really, like I said, I'm really just trying to keep y'all, no matter what side of the fence you on, in the group, on YouTube or whatever, to try not to let this political stuff distract you from making money this cycle. And there's a lot of issues we could talk about, taxes, rate cuts, police brutality. We can go across the list of why people on both sides don't like these people. And so you could probably say, oh, don't you know Biden did this and he did this, and don't you know Trump did this, and that's why we can't stand Biden, that's why we can't stand Trump. I know all the reasons why y'all cannot stand people on both sides. I understand the things that both people have done, or the things that both people have gaslit or whatever. But all I'm saying is, to bring this back home, something that we don't like to hear is you got to focus on the stuff that you can control. Like I said, this is like, I'm kind of on a tangent here, but I'm gonna get back to the main stuff. But this thing I said a while ago, I always tell you guys my life. Y'all probably tired of hearing about my life. But I said before, even with the police brutality thing, way before Trayvon Martin, I was losing friends to, police brutality, police unlife my friend unjustly back in 2007 at a gas station. His house was on fire and he was trying to call 911 to help his family out. I don't even know. I started talking about this. I'm trying not to get emotional, but his house was on fire. He was trying to call 911 to help his family out, get the fire trucks out there, blah, 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 blah. He was frantic because he was trying to use the phone or whatever. And the guy, the guy just wouldn't give him the phone or whatever. So, and he still didn't even get too crazy or whatever. But anyway, they end up showing up to the gas station or whatever, and they're trying to tell him to stop or whatever. And he's trying to run back to his house to help his family out there's, in the house or whatever. And just for no reason, no violence, no nothing, they shot him in the back. So what I'm saying is I've been dealing with this stuff, and I got other stories. I don't want to get into all of them, but I got plenty of stories about police brutality. So when I tell my friends, and in the past, and let me say this for both sides, I'm trying to bring this together. For both sides, you got other people who are not on the ground that live in other states and fly over states, and they're not where these protests are. I will say majority of, I'm just gonna get a little touchy, but I'm just saying majority of these protests when it was police brutality were peaceful. Once again, working the script. And a lot of my conservative friends, we talked about the stuff, and they are right about the stuff being staged, but sometimes they don't want to admit when certain stuff is staged. So when they would have these peaceful protests or whatever for police brutality, they would send out people to start mayhem. And when I say they, y'all know who the people up there, the big people, to start mayhem, to make it like it wasn't a peaceful protest, to make them use extra force or whatever. And but anyway, I said all to say, even some of my friends, they were like, "Hey man, you dealt with this, blah blah blah. Why aren't you coming out to the marches?" And my take on that, I don't want to offend anybody, doesn't really change much. So I gotta focus on what I can do, what I can control. I gotta focus on what will change that. That's educating more young black men from where I'm from to realize like the gang life you live in, it ain't about worth nothing. It's not gonna matter. By the time you're 22, you ain't even gonna be an old man. By the time you're 20, 22, you're gonna realize like, oh, this is stupid. Why you was running around school with your flag, beating up people in the bathroom, doing stuff behind the school is not worth it. So that's my part of doing that. I'm not trying to be condescending or not, but I'm like, yo, standing on the corner burning up in the sun is not doing anything. And I tell people this on both sides, and don't act like both sides haven't done it. Republicans and Democrats have done this, even though they try to act like they haven't. Y'all all have had those little protests where y'all go stand in the middle of the highway. I'm gonna tell you, I slap all y'all. Get out the freaking house. Stop. That's just crazy. Standing on the highway. I could be trying to deliver my baby at the hospital. I could be in an emergency. I could be all kinds of stuff. So I tell them like, I'm not really coming out there. I'm staying home. Yes, I am staying home. Doesn't mean I'm not down for the cause, because you got to realize the games they've been playing. But anyway, I went on a tangent, but like I said, I told you guys last week this was going to happen, and you're going to see more of this stuff happen. It's going to be on the news stories, and you got to realize, this is a news story. So, but trust and believe this is the script that they're working out. So, like I said, you kind of already know what the outcome is. Now, some of you on the conservative side or whatever, you're going to celebrate this. Some of y'all on the other side, you can be like, dang, this is what we in for? Listen, you know what's going to happen. Focus on making your money, and just try not to get too caught up in this. And, like I keep saying, don't be cussing out your family members at Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. Just chill, man. It's just kind of what they're going to run. It's what they're going to run. Anyway, I'm almost to the main stories in a minute. So yeah, we definitely get in some meme coins and stuff like that, because memes is a narrative cycle. But I don't mess with these celeb tokens, even the ones that people say are doing well. I don't really care, because the devs behind them are usually scammers, and you don't know when they're going to take advantage of the celebrities. And like this is saying, most of the celeb tokens are down 66% right now since Jenner's bizarre crypto debut. I don't need to read the whole thing, but they're saying how Mother's doing all right or whatever. But I still know some of the people behind that. Only one of them is really a pusher. The rest of them, they like regular. I feel like they're ready to rug at any moment. It just depends on how they talking amongst each other and how much they feel like they're going to run it or whatever. So I keep saying, I know y'all see stuff running, but you don't always have to be in the thing that's in the spotlight and what's popular at the time to make money. You could be making money quietly where people are not paying attention, or like I said, getting in early before the hype gets there or whatever. But yeah, a lot of these celebrities been taken advantage of, and to me, it was, you would think if you have a celebrity face behind it and you can get on the spaces and say, hey, they're, they with us or whatever, that you would continue to run it. So I keep saying, no matter how much money people got, some of them are still stupid. That's in the in politics. That's in the, a lot of these people not smart, because I don't know why you would rug a celebrity token under 10 million, but a lot of them do it. So anyway, let's get to the main stuff here. So now this one's a little controversial, and I'm going to talk about it. It's what the thumbnail is based on, but actually I got something else to follow up with this one. So it's not clickbait. Y'all see why it's not clickbait. So anyway, so it says Bybit resumes user registration in China despite regulatory concerns. Bybit, the third largest offshore crypto exchange, has resumed user registration and identification verification in mainland China. This development is unexpected considering the Chinese government stringent stance on cryptocurrency trading and activities. Bybit had previously ceased operations in China in compliance with the local laws prohibiting cryptocurrency transactions and mining. And then, this is the article that Wu Blockchain put out, and they're showing how here you can use your when you go to put in your ID, your passport, driver's license, whatever, that you can now choose country region as China, right? So we got that. And it says, despite reopening registration for Chinese users, Bybit certification page lists mainland China among the jurisdictions where its services are unavailable. This contradiction has yet to be addressed by Bybit management, leading stakeholders uncertain about the exchange's strategic direction and regulatory compliance. This move has raised questions about the potential shift in China's approach toward cryptocurrencies, although no official statement has been made by Chinese authorities yet. Do I want to yeah, I think I'll end it. Let me just read the full thing. My bad. Market response by Bybit to new offerings. In addition to reopening registration in China, Bybit has introduced new investment products to the market. The exchange's Bitcoin Wealth Management Fund, which quickly sold out within 7 hours of its initial offering, indicates strong market demand for cryptocurrency investments opportunities. This rapid uptake reflects investor confidence in Bybit's offering, despite the regulatory uncertainties surrounding its operations in various regions. Bybit's re-entry into Chinese market amid ongoing challenges in other jurisdictions. The exchange recently withdrew its application for license in Hong Kong, citing high regulatory costs and operation challenges under the city's new laws for cryptocurrency firms. The decision highlights international cryptocurrency exchanges' difficulties in navigating diverse and often fragmented regulatory landscapes. So back up to what we're saying about it being contradictory. It said Bybit's certification page lists mainland China among the jurisdictions where its services are unavailable. But when I went over here I'm pretty sure this page showed this before. This is where the services are restricted, the restricted countries, and I no longer see. I'm sorry. I tell you, I got a lot in my head. I'm trying to deliver it to you, and so much I'm thinking about. But I no longer see mainland China on here as a restricted country. It says, as stated in section 12, and let me see, this is updated it's updated June 5th at my time. June 5th, 2024 was updated, right? And it says, as stated in section 12.3 of the service agreement, Bybit does not offer services or products to users in a few excluded jurisdictions, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, Singapore, Canada, North Korea, Cuba, Iran, Uzbekistan, I always say it wrong, Russian-controlled regions of Ukraine, currently including blah, blah, Syria, blah, blah, and it goes on. I feel like I remember mainland China being on here, and I no longer see mainland China. So there's some contradiction or whatever. People are not sure on crypto Twitter and all across platforms whether China is back open for business or not. But of course, a lot of people have been taking advantage of it and really pretty much been moving accordingly and with their buys or whatever you want to say. We talked about some this morning. Still seeing how that plays out, and it's volatile right now. What's the okay? Yeah, so yeah, but I feel like it's gonna play out. But anyway, sorry, it's not done yet. So anyway, the whole Bybit thing, right? And it looks like they're open back for registration once again, like they showed over here. Let me bring it back for you that you can have it right here where it says verify your identity is China. Usually it's not there, whatever. So it's there. And over here on this page, it no longer says mainland China is not a place that it doesn't, they're not under the restricted countries anymore. This was updated yesterday. Yeah. So now to the next point, this is what makes me feel like somebody knows something. Okay. So we're still on China, right? So Robinhood bets big on crypto with $200 million deal for Bitstamp. The trading platform Robinhood Market said on Thursday that it has agreed to buy cryptocurrency exchange Bitstamp for around $200 million in cash, speeding up a broader push into digital assets with its biggest ever deal. The 11-year-old trading app, popular amongst retail investors, has been looking to expand its product offerings to mature as full-fledged financial services provider. The acquisition of Bitstamp, which was founded in 2011, holds 50 active licenses for registrations globally, puts Robinhood in direct competition with industry giants such as Binance and Coinbase. Now, Bitstamp will power the growth of Robinhood Crypto and is set to become its first institutional business. Bitstamp's core spot exchange, popular in Europe and Asia, has over 85 tradable assets, including products like staking and lending. So I'm pretty sure they got some other stuff in Asia, but the fact that they kind of, like I said, sped up this deal or whatever, and they acquired Bitstamp, and then we got the whole thing about the Bybit registration being opened up. That's what it's looking like for me right now. If y'all see something, put it in the comments. We can talk about it later in the group. But if it's not now, if it's not today, it looks like somebody knows something that's about to happen. Whether they know if China's about to lighten up on the regulations or whatever. Like I said, you got the ETF in Hong Kong and all that kind of stuff, and they themselves have been pushing to get into mainland China. So maybe somebody knows something we don't. China has outlawed it or whatever, but I don't feel like they want to miss this boat. Like, I mean, you can't be that. You got to be smart. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it that way. So it seems like somebody knows something. There's been a lot of movements in the markets, a lot of new stuff going on. So I want to see how this plays out or whatever. So regardless of how long, I feel like the Bybit thing is still coming through. And like I said, I feel like I definitely remember seeing mainland China on there as far as the restricted countries, and it's not on there. It said Hong Kong, Singapore. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. But it's crazy because you would think that they would get in Hong Kong and Singapore probably faster than mainland China. But we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. So anyway, this tweet says central banks cutting rates, institutionals bidding BTC ETFs devouring assets, U.S. regulatory outlook rapidly improving, Coinbase bringing the masses on chain with their smart wallets, Robinhood going all in on crypto, all while we are quietly consolidating at all-time highs. So guys, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's pointing to the fact that we're still in the cycle. We got a long ways to go. So people just talking like the cycle is over. I feel sorry for people who fell for that and got out of the market. Especially like I said, for the one that got out, she reminds me of my mother. And then we've had some good stuff that we got in early lately, and I feel like it's going to continue to run. And I wish that she and others would be able to get into stuff. So like I said, I'm really. It's the whole conundrum when you're doing this whole crypto thing, YouTube, Twitter, where you say not financial advice, but also realizing like people are whether it goes bad or good, people say, hey, Zoe talked about this. And so in a roundabout way, I'm helping people or whatever. So, I would like to help as many people as possible and stuff. So I just feel sorry for the people that think the cycle is over in June. And I just can't, I'm sorry, I'm going to be very petty. I can't wait to see the excuses that these people make up that told people that the cycle was over. So I'm gonna see what kind of creative excuse they come up with, and see how they run that whole story. Anyway, so we chilling right now. We're around the 71 area. Yeah, let's get to some of these comments, questions, and concerns, and all that kind of good stuff. And I probably got something else I'm gonna bring up later, but look at some of these comments, questions, and concerns. Milkshake said, "Hey, I won't miss this one." Oh yeah. I think it's definitely going to happen. Like I said, I don't see mainland China on their restricted list anymore, so I feel like it's about to happen. Milkshake says, "Zo, I really like your content. I know you find some heat. I've been diving into base for 7 months now, and it's exploding. Aside from Brett, excuse me, these are my personal alpha. You love putting these on here. My thing is, I know a couple. I think a couple of my guys. Some of my friends, Brian. I think EA was one of those that got into Arrow early. But me, I mean, I had to be in Arrow at 5 cents, man. For me, it's up there now. I'm a DJ, so I'm looking for a lot of more X's. Not saying it won't move base ecosystem and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not saying it's done. But as far as the returns from here, I'm not too bullish on it. I see the other ones too, and I looked at some of those, but yeah, I mean, some of them decent or whatever. I be trying to find stuff a little bit earlier though. I've seen those though. I know those. Blackmore fam said, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning." As he said, "Good morning. Good morning to you too." What is this? Oh, that's the article I put out about the. Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm pretty sure the Coinbase wallet is going to be dope, and I'm pretty sure they worked on it long enough to make it easy. But that article wasn't explaining. I know they said the passkeys, which it feels like an extra step. And let me tell you, I know I need to deliver this news to you guys, and that's what I'm here to talk about, the macro and what's going on in the markets. But I guess I didn't dig too deep because I'm so comfortable with my flow and how, because we know how to use our dexes and stuff. So that's why I didn't dig too deep into it, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use it, to be honest. I'm almost pretty sure, because they're saying it's like gases or whatever, but that's really, let me say this. I think this is my point of view from what I read. I think they're talking about on the base chain and not like Ethereum. Like if you trade into moving Ethereum tokens, it's gonna whack that wallet, bro. I don't think it's gonna be like gases as far as that. If it is, that'd be crazy. But that's why I said I don't see myself using it, and that's why I didn't dig too deep into the story. But I'm pretty sure as far as bringing retail on, like I did mention the thing the other day about them saying you could text cryptocurrency. So that's bullish for people who don't know how to use wallets and addresses and all that kind of stuff. That'll be easy for them to use. So yeah, so it is what it is. Yeah. I want to talk about that? I ain't gonna talk about that. No, not that. I don't like. He chose that name because I think he chose that name. He's been around a while before that whole pedo thing came out or whatever. I'm surprised he hasn't changed the name, but yeah. Faith and Chaos said, "Is the Coinbase wallet self-custodial? How do you restore your wallet without a seed phrase when Windows crashes or passkeys are stored?" For what I'm understanding, I'm sorry, yo. I done brought it to the stream 3 times, and I know I have never like spelled out the whole Coinbase wallet thing. I just talk about stuff here and there, but it looks like you're going to use 2 devices. I'm not saying this exact. I'm just trying to paint the picture. So it seems like what you're going to do is have, like, say you have the wallet on your phone, and then you have to it's like almost like two-factor authentication where you have to verify it on another phone or a computer or something. And then here's the part that's crazy. Y'all might care about this, but retail is probably not. But I think there's like 3 keys. Like one key is on your phone, one is on your other phone or your laptop, and then yes, Coinbase has the other key. So I think it's like where you have to have 2 keys working together in order to put through a transaction or whatever. But like other people saying, well, it's like with a Coinbase wallet, it's kind of like that already. You can use your biometrics, whatever it's, fingerprint, or put in your code or whatever. But for retail investors, I'm pretty sure they're going to make it easier for them. And like I said, the thing that's easy for them is they don't have to remember seed phrase and stuff like that. To you, that's probably not a big deal. For me, that's not a big deal because I'm used to it. I'm in crypto. But for them, they like, what is this? And I got to save it for life. And if somebody gets control of this, then they'll take my keys and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's going to be real attractive to retail investors. So to you and me, it may not be a big deal. But for them, and like I said, you can text cryptocurrencies. That's probably going to be easier for them. And I'll try to dig into this and get more information on it. But it just was not something that was, pressing to me at the time because I'm trying to look into stuff to buy. That's why I spend most of my time and researching stuff. But that's my understanding. Indigenous 99 said you did say that last week. That's crazy. Yeah, I said it. I said watch. I mean, I'm a writer, y'all. Like I said, I don't know if y'all know. I said it before. I write music, produce music. I write comedy. I write scripts. I write everything. Like so, all the writing forms are very different. Like they're not the same. Even when you talk about TV and film, it's different. But yeah, I'm a writer, so I'm like, okay, I see the plot points, and like I explained to y'all the other day, in every film, whether you realize it or not, with this cartoon action, they all have the same plot points. You don't realize they do, but they really have the same exact plot points. You like, well, how is a slasher thriller chainsaw? I don't know if I can say that on stream, but y'all know the chainsaw, that movie. Like, how could that line up with something like Coco or Lion King? Same plot points. Y'all just can't recognize them. And so when I see a plot point being drawn up, I'm like, okay. And what I haven't done is I guess I should like look at the plot points and see how long we got in the cycle. I'm pretty sure it would take me a while to do that. But anyway, like I said, it wasn't trying to upset nobody about what political party you stand with or whatever. And I think some people probably even heard that completely wrong when I was talking about, hey, I understand this because I'm black or whatever like that. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, there's different things I know besides writing that makes me realize, okay, they're going to say, hey, this is how he won because he was getting these votes over here because these people felt this type of way. And I knew they was going to run up the story. And you're going to see it more. This is just one story that we pulled up, but they're going to run this. They're going to run it for a couple of months. Yeah. So, like I said, I know some of y'all don't like him, and you can have reasons or whatever, but it's kind of is what it is at this point, y'all. Anyway, as he said, you got it just right. Oh yeah, you talking about the same thing? Yeah, yeah. Krill said within the next 2-3 years, banks will be actively incentivizing crypto onboarding, just like they give you money to open the savings account. They will be handing out money to open the fund crypto wallets. Exactly. See that now y'all getting it. That's what I'm saying. That's what we focusing on. They definitely going to be doing that. Blackmore fam said, right, let's just stay focused on making money. Yeah, because the changes you want to make, whether it's in your community, a low impoverished community, in your black community, in your white community, whatever community you want to make changes in, that's how you're gonna make the changes with your wallet. So like I said, I've been through this stuff. So I would wish somebody was talking about I don't understand the cause because I don't want to go there. I was about to say something, but yeah, a lot of people that's going out there, even to the marches. I'm like, I've been through it multiple times. So don't tell me I don't understand the cause, but I just feel like I can make more noise with my wallet. I can help other younger people with my knowledge, and my intelligence and stuff. So I got to focus on the main thing, which is making money. And that's why let me say this too. I'm saying the same thing, but I'm saying it a different way. That's what they do. They use this to keep you distracted. Listen, I'm just telling y'all right now. I've been saying this to my lady and my friends. I'm hoping that they just run these political campaigns based off cryptocurrency and stop running the games, because whether y'all want to admit it or not, like I said, on both sides is messed up stuff that happened. But for the L side, for the left side, they run their little. I'm trying to think how to say it on stream. They run their weapon control scripts. Let's put it that way. You realize we be chilling. We just be chilling until that fourth year comes around, and all of a sudden you got people going into supermarkets and schools and everything. You like, dang, wasn't we was chilling for 3 years. Now all of a sudden in this fourth year, all of a sudden you got wackos running up in the supermarket, spraying people down, and running in churches, running in schools, and y'all just like, listen, I keep saying on both sides, y'all be falling for the scripts, and it's like they be cooking the stuff up. And then they get up there and run their whole campaign about we need more weapon control and stuff. And it's like people say, yeah, we do, because remember that event that just happened last week? We need weapon control. And it's like they just run the scripts. And so I'm hoping we don't see none of that crap this year or whatever. And I know it can be distracting. It's going to pull at your heartstrings, and it's going to, whatever. But you just gotta kind of stay focused, because they're going to use it as a distraction. You're going to be in, I'm pretty sure. Think about this real quick. Think about this for a second. Think about last cycle. If you was ever in your crypto portfolio and then you see something on the news and literally you got distracted in that moment, like, what? What happened? He ran up in the supermarket and did what? Yeah. And you're talking to people. You probably paying attention to your portfolio. You're probably missing the trade. You're like, yeah, it was in Buffalo, New York. There's some guy ran up in the blah. That's distractions, man. I'm not saying don't have a heart for the people that lose their lives or whatever. I do too. But I take it in for a moment. because I know what's going on. And I'm like, man, this is messed up. And these people losing their lives, whatever. And here's the other thing. Some of them are real. I'm not saying they're fake, but some of them are real, but they're going to start reporting it more on the news to keep you distracted because they're trying to collect. And then, what I want to do? I want to go back last cycle and see between February and May of 2021 if those stories quieted down. Because at that point, they've packed their bags, right? And now they need retail to be focusing on the market and see when they stop running all those stories because they want you to stay distracted while they're collecting. Like right now, we smart, we collecting, we accumulating. So for the summertime or whatever, they're going to start running all these stories to keep retail investors distracted. Next year, you're not going to hear nothing about this stuff. Wait a minute. Pay attention to y'all. Don't click off, y'all. Don't click off the stream. Watch this. Let me tell you, if now that you know this, watch the script play. Watch the script play. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent. I'm going to get to your comments in a minute. So watch this. So what happens is we're accumulating right now, right? And we're accumulating. Y'all know all the stuff I already told you. We talked about the 50 cent thing. We talked about all that kind of stuff, right? So we're accumulating. And the next cycle, they're going to tell you that the market is running because there's a new president, which is going to be a reason. But also, they no longer have a reason to run those stories. You're thinking they have no longer to run those stories because, the president's in now. They don't have to run the campaign stories anymore and all that kind of stuff. No, because all that stuff is distraction. We give you these stories and look at what Trump is doing. Look at what Biden is doing. You stay distracted. And then, so all the script works together because after the president's in there, whatever, now we can run the markets. Now we need retail to focus on pumping our bags and stuff. Like, y'all, even I didn't even catch that one. That's crazy. Anyway, let's keep moving. EA says Zoe might be the meme god. Yo, I be trying to tell y'all, and I've been saying it in the group, and like I said, I even tell the group like I don't think they were upset with me, but I had two of y'all say like, hey man, why weren't you telling us about these memes or whatever? And my thing was like, I keep saying like, I wasn't trying to hold it. Obviously, you guys are in my group, but I didn't want people gambling away all their money because we had some people gamble all their money, put 100% of memes and just not the memes that I push. Y'all go and try to find your own memes and be honest, not to be condescending. Y'all don't be knowing what y'all doing. And so I had two people gamble all their money away on memes. But if you go back and look at the channel, all these memes that people are like talking about now, like, hey, get in blah, 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 is pumping. I was like, bro, if you go back and look when I posted these memes all months and months ago, these are all these memes. Like I see everybody talking about, like, I'm not going to tell you all of them because some of them still got room to grow. But I mean, Turbo and Wojak they've left the building. So like those are two, like Ben had them in there, but I was just talking to people in the meme channel about those. Like we talked about some of these plays and a lot of plays I didn't talk about. But yeah, all my memes have just been running. I've said in my streams before, I said memes can be a hedge in your portfolio. And so when the market is down or whatever, my memes been running. I grabbed a lot of these at 6 million, 9 million, 3 million, and stuff like that. So, but I am trying to, introduce more of them to the group now because I haven't done too bad. I would say 95. I know for sure 90% of my memes are done well. You got some that will retrace. Some of them haven't caught on yet, right? And that's some of the one. Even like I think we had one started running yesterday that's been sitting still, and I know people like, why he keep talking about this? Why he keep talking? It ain't going nowhere. But you got to have patience. And once again, I tell people you should not be investing in memes like it's an investment. Throw a couple of dollars in there. It's a lotto ticket, like. And I know people say, well, some of these cryptocurrencies like memes too, or whatever. But I try to make sure people don't go all in on memes. But I don't know if I'm the meme guy, but I'm pretty good at the meme game. I'm really good at it. But in the beginning of the cycle, it was still like last cycle where it's like a bunch of gambles. People would pump them and dump them and rug them. But people are running them longer now because it's a main sector now. But appreciate the compliment. I feel like I do my thing. Like we had a couple run lately, and some of them just about to light up. I feel like they about to go. We talked about one this morning that it's playing around right now. It's playing around right now. Maybe one of my trader guys, y'all can get in there and I know how to read charts too, but see what this thing gonna take off. But it's got a lot of room to grow. The other one too. I wish I would have caught this other one early. It's come down a little bit. I got patience, man. I got patience though. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got in earlier before us, obviously, but I think they're gonna run. I think they're gonna run. I'll sit in them. I'll sit in them for 5-6 months, and that's another thing I tell people. You don't put full investments amount. You put a little dollars in there that you forget about. Sometimes I do. I go back in my wallet and I'll be like, forgot I had this meme. I got it like 6 months ago, but I looked at it. I thought it was a good narrative. I thought it could run. I thought to put people behind it was going to push it. Whether or not I knew when they were going to push it is a whole different thing. No, I can't tell you I know when they're going to push these things, but I'll just sit in it. I'll buy it and forget about it. I'll tell you about it, and that's what you got to do. You can't be like, it's not running today, and then next week it's not running this week. Like sometimes it takes 3 or 4 months. Sometimes just put whatever's a little amount to you, whatever. I can't say. Let me try to give you an example. So say if you usually put $1,000 into your, I know not everybody has $1,000. So listen to this clearly. I said if you usually put $1,000 into a utility play and you see a meme, like especially if it's under $1 million, around $1 million, don't get greedy. Especially if you ain't got a lot of drop out on the side. If you're used to putting $1,000 into a good utility play with good backers, good influencers pushing it, good narrative, and all that kind of good stuff, and your price point is $1,000, when you go into a meme, it's like 50, maybe 100. You know what I'm saying? If your usual target is $1,000 to put in something, I'm gonna say it again. Then when you find these memes, especially under y'all, some of y'all find it under $1 million, and you like, this gonna make me rich. You don't know what you doing. I'm being honest. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know the influencers pushing this stuff. You don't know if they scammers or not. You haven't been tracking stuff, and you just like, I'm gonna throw $1,000 in this thing that's under $1 million because it's gonna go to Valhalla. Even me, sometimes it depends on, you don't know where it's gonna go. You gotta wait till it catches a little flame or whatever sometimes. So once again, if you usually put $1,000 into a utility play and you see these memes, especially under $1 million or even under $5 million, sometimes like $50, $100, because that kind of is your ballpark of, it should be like 5 to 10% of what you would put in the utility play. There was one that I gave recently, and I try to clear up as much as I can when I tell you, because I saw somebody was like, "Why are you so bullish on this one?" I was like, "I'm bullish on it. Like this one is a little bit different." So let's give a target. If I give you something, I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm pretty bullish on this one. I'm pretty bullish on it, right?" And let's say my target was usually $1,000, and I say, "Hey, man, I'm bullish on this one. I like really like this one." Then I'm not lying. I might put 500 in there. And that's kind of what I did with that particular play. I put 50% of what I would put in the utility play into that because I was like, yeah, I like this joint. I think it's gonna run. It's got a little retracement right now, but which is normal. But that's what I did, and I'll tell you guys, you gotta be patient sometimes with these. Y'all see a retracement and then y'all go crazy. And the further you get in, when you start crossing your 40, 30 and 40 and 50 and 100x, you got to realize if you think you tripping out now, let's say you put $100 in something, you think you tripping about it falling from $100 to $50, that's a 50% retracement. And then you put $100 in there, because everybody has different price points or whatever, and that $100 gets up to $10,000, and then it retraces 50%. Now you retrace $5,000. Some of y'all be losing your mind, but you just got to be chill. Like the one I got in, I got in earlier, put it in the group early, whatever, and then it ran up like tremendously, and then it retraced 50%. I didn't panic. I'm not tripping. I didn't even move anything. I'm just looking at it. I'm about to look at it now, but it ran up from where I got in quite a bit. It ran up like a quick little 10x, and then it retraced about 50%, didn't it? Well, about 40% now, 35. But yeah, and I'm just chill. I don't panic. It don't make my heart race or anything. But y'all gotta get used to this now, because the further we get in the bull run, the higher you gonna be up on your X's, and you gotta just stand your ground. And like I said, at a certain point, you taking profits along the way. You took your initials out or whatever, and just kind of ride the wave or whatever. But that joint, I'm really bullish on that. I mean, yeah. But anyway, I feel like I'm talking about myself now. But EA called me the meme god, so. This Stefano said, Hazel, quick, help me, please. My swaps keep failing on Radium. Any idea how to get my orders through? I tried 10 times. I don't even use Radium anymore. I know they got the the new version now, whatever. Of course, everybody was bullish on Radium last cycle. I made money off the token actually, but I'm rocking with Jupiter this cycle, man. I don't even really touch Radium. I do all my trades on Jupiter, so hopefully you asked this about 21 minutes ago, so hopefully you're still here. But yeah, I do all my joints on Jupiter. I don't mess with Radium right now. I mean, I'm not trying to knock them or nothing, but I just do everything on Jupiter. EA said base is late. Yeah, I've been looking over there. I have to get more over there, especially with the smart wallets and stuff coming. But I see a lot of people shielding that stuff that's already high. Like I said, I know. I'm not saying. I'd say yes. I'm not saying bases are going to continue to run, but for me and my group, like, I mean, not base, Brett, but for me and my group, man. I mean, what, like, yeah, it pumped like 40% since yesterday, but and I'm not sure. I think a lot of people in my group, y'all do get excited about 40%, but I'll just be like, okay, it's 40% because it could quickly go 20% under. You can go from $100 and get 40% on something to go to 140. Next thing you know, your $100 is $75. So 40% don't really excite me, but yeah, I mean, they can have bread and all that stuff. I'm trying to find the earlier plays. I think I gave y'all. Didn't I give y'all one? Let me see. Forgive me if I didn't. I know I'll be talking in the meme channel about some of this stuff, but did I put that one on here? I got so many. Oh, I might not have. Oops, my bad. It's in the meme channel. Okay, I gotta do it when I get off stream. I think we still got time. Sorry. I'm sorry if y'all just knew how much be in my head. But yeah, base definitely gonna be lit, man. Definitely, especially with the smart wallets. A lot of people still iffy about it, but I really got to dig into see what those smart wallets are like. EA said Soul Base will have all the retail users. Oh yeah, definitely. I will say with the Ethereum ETFs coming, with the Ethereum ETFs coming or whatever, I seen a lot of the ETH maxis and the ETH, especially when you're talking about like memes and stuff. A lot of them like merged over and converted. It's crazy. Converted to Solana. Oh, but trust, they gonna run these ETH joints. And I'm be honest, some of them surprised me. I'm like, dang, I thought everybody's on Soul Base and Avalanche or whatever. But they still running some of these ETH joints and stuff. But yeah, I think Soul and Base is gonna definitely have the retail. I'm sorry, that's what you were saying, but yeah, I agree with you there. What are your thoughts on it? I've seen it. I think you got in it early too, didn't you? I just, to be honest, I stay away from the Trump joints because it's kind of like I was saying with the celebrity tokens. Like, it's a good narrative that could continue to run, but some of these people are idiots and they rug them. So I just I'll be honest, I stay away from them, man. Like, yeah, because I've seen too many rugs based off Trump. But I know a lot of people, they're saying I'm getting in early at some of these memes and even that one, because I see a lot of people going like, hey, we got in this joint at 5 million or 1 million or whatever. I'll be trying to find stuff earlier than that. But I try to get in stuff that's going to continue to run. And real, I like getting the stuff that has its kind of own thing or whatever, like its own narrative or whatever. But yeah, I rambled quite a bit today. But did I hit all my notes? Let me see. I talked about. Oh, you already talked about the Van Eck thing. Yeah, like I was saying, I think the quicker we can get a run up, the quicker the dump. If it runs up, let me say this one more time clearly. I said at the beginning of the stream, if we run up quickly this week or next week, I feel like it's gonna be a dump. I don't see us going from the first week of June or the second week of June and pump all the rest of June. I just don't see that in the cards. So I wish they would go ahead and do it. If they go ahead and run it up and then drop it, and then that's probably where I'll start accumulating a lot more. I don't know if I really believe in the run. But let's see. Like I said, if it does stay sideways until that third week of June, which is, let me call it one more time because I don't remember the dates. If we do the sideways thing where we bump against 71.5 to 72 all the way up until the week of the 16th through the 22nd, then by that end of June, going into July, I would believe the pump then. I would. I could be wrong again, but I still feel like June is going to be sideways. Regardless of which one happens, that still is sideways, sideways on altcoins or whatever. But of course, you're going to have the outliers that run. Like, I'm kind of ticked off. We had a drop on one of these tokens I really like, and then it ran 100%. out of no doggone where. And like I said, somebody in the group said the other day too. They was like, "This is the only group I've been in where y'all get mad when stuff run." Like I be mad because I'm trying to buy it at the best prices and when it's low. But what else I got here? Oh, and I skipped that. Yeah. So anyway, the biggest thing today was the whole Bybit thing and looking like they allowed people in mainland China to register again. I don't see them on the restricted countries list anymore. And then you got the whole thing with Robinhood acquiring Bitstamp or whatever. And they're pretty much one of the biggest exchanges over there in China. So I feel like somebody knows something going on in China and Asia that we don't know yet. And so you just kind of got to prepare yourself for when it happens. Once again, you want to be ahead of the news. You don't want to be jumping into the hype in the middle of the hype. So yeah, what we got here? EA said, yeah, the Cole group was talking about T-Mania. I sold too soon. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw people talking about it. I just generally, like I've been saying this for months, and I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I be seeing stuff that I know could run, and I still just like, I'm just focused on like what I really have conviction in, what I feel solid in, or whatever. But yeah, a lot of the Trump tokens can definitely run, but it just depends on if the dev is going to rug it or not. So I know it retraced for a minute, so that's the scary part. I didn't even look in to see who was like behind it. Let me see if I can look now. I do know quite a few of these guys that be behind this stuff. I think we was talking about the other one the other day that somebody brought, and I was like, yo, this joint is about to rug, and it rugged expeditiously. Like I said, I'm at the point where I just started my channel, so people don't know how much I know, what I know. I'm still like, people speculate on, whether I know what I'm talking about or whatever. But I was like, I looked at dude's page and I was like, this is about to rug. And I think it rugged in like 45 minutes. I'm trying to look at this one you talking about though, see if I can see who's behind it. Because that's one of the bullish things. If you can get a lot of influencers to push it, but still, if they don't know who is pushing it, they don't even be knowing sometimes. Okay, let me see who's behind this. Oh, he got on there. Okay. See, I think some of the people I see following it, I think they just got on the bandwagon. But far as like who could have developed it, I wish I could have saw when they got on here. I feel like they following the bandwagon though. From the outliers of the influencers I see on there, the other people on there that probably I'm pretty sure were on that before them, all of them are suspect to me. And they're the type of suspect people that you don't know if they're gonna run it or they're gonna keep it going. Yeah, I don't I just stay away from the Trump joints. Yeah. Nothing about Trump is just like I said. They can run them or they can rug them. I don't know. Yeah, so you never know. But yeah. Anyway, I think we about to get out this joint, and hopefully all you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Or yeah, tomorrow, next time. I usually say next time because but yeah. All right, I'm gonna see y'all.